Hi everybody, welcome back to the Sew Making Good channel. I'm Jane and no Ashley today. So if you're in the UK, you'll be painfully aware of all of the tier systems we've got going on because of COVID at the moment. Where we live, we went from tier 2 to one day in tier 3 and then straight into tier 4 the week before Christmas. So obviously that completely messed up all of our pre-Christmas get-together and sewing plans, so that's why I'm here by myself today. I have got no idea how long we're going to stay in tier 4 for, and I think there's lots of other regions in the UK that are now going to head into tier 4 as well, which is pretty much, for anyone outside the UK, it's pretty much like lockdown, but they're not calling it lockdown. I don't know why. Anyway, when I sat and thought about the things that I had made sort of over the Christmas week, originally I didn't think I'd got that much to go through, but I have got quite a bit. I've got it all gathered around me here. So let's start with the Christmassy stuff. So I mentioned, I think in our last video, I'll put that down here, about making baubles. So here is a finished one. I have put a short video on YouTube of me making these. These are made, this when I bought it, it said glass, it actually feels like plastic. These are clear plastic baubles. These I think were about 10-inch ones that I got from that online retailer that delivers next day. And then I've used Hobbycraft clear runny glue. I think some people that do these have used watered down Mod Podge. However, I found the Hobbycraft clear glue really good for this because when it's clear and because it's so runny, you can just swish it around the inside of the bauble and it coats it really well and really quickly, and then you drain that out. And then you just put in your glitter and shake it all around so it sticks. I have done a couple of coats with these because when it's sort of dried off, if you hold it up to the light, you could see it's a little bit patchy. So I found just putting more glitter in for a second coat, just make sure it's all covered. You can't really tell when it's hanging on the tree, but yeah, I just thought it makes it more even. And then I have finished this off with the Cricut machine again, and this has got shimmer vinyl, stick on vinyl, which was actually really easy to use. This one is for the dog, which is why it's got an ear. So I've made these for all the family in a variety of colours, and when I watched some of the videos on YouTube, etc., I thought, oh, that looks really easy and it's bound not to be, it's bound to be a bit of a pain in the neck. Actually, it was really quick and easy and very satisfying, so give it a go. That's that. Along the same vein, I have got, again, I've got a picture of this on Instagram. This was a Christmas jumper I had made for our team meeting. So this is a cotton jersey from Stitchy Bee, and Cheryl does it in a number of colours: white, navy blue, red. There is another colour that I can't think of. It is lovely to sew, it washes really well. It keeps its shape, so this is really nice. Also from Stitchy Bee, I have got this, and this is why I went for candy canes really, because it looks a bit candy cane-ish, doesn't it? This is jersey, cotton jersey ribbing. It is stretchy, but it is quite stiff. It comes in a tube, quite narrow, but it's ideal for putting on, you know, for cuffs or waistbands, anything like that. So that was really handy. And I have used the Cricut glitter iron-on vinyl. Now, I have used this before to make words and things rather than all over, which you can see here. Because I've done this all over, it feels a little bit like sandpaper, and it kind of goes a bit Velcro-y, and as it wants to attach itself to everything when you're wearing it, and it's a bit stiff. So I'm not sure. I would probably just use a plain iron-on vinyl if I was going to do something like that again, rather than the glitter stuff. But it looks quite effective, and it was a lot of fun to do. But yeah, wearing it, it's just not that comfortable. But anyway, I will put a picture of it on the mannequin so you can kind of see what it looks like in its Christmassy glory. That's that one. And then I have done a couple of stockings. So if you watched our videos on the run up to Christmas, you will have seen that I've been making quite a lot of things for some people to give as gifts, and I think I ended up making about 8 Christmas stockings of a variety of different designs for people. I've done a couple here. This one's for the dog, for our dog. I've just made this from red felt with some white felt, which I looked at some images online and then just sort of freestyled it, really made it up. And then I've used a Prym glue pen, which is specifically designed for fabric and sewing, just to hold this in place while I've stitched it on. I've lined them. The pattern I've just made up, so this was really quick and simple. We buy our dog the Christmas stockings with the wire netting on every year, so I just took off all the bits that came on there and put them in a stocking. She ended up sniffing it for about 3 days up to Christmas, which is quite cute. So I put a picture here. So again, really quick and easy to make. And then my husband and I have a bit of a tradition about buying each other or giving each other Christmas stockings, so I decided I would make one this year. So this is it, if you can see it. So this is made from velvet, which I got from eBay actually. So I bought 1/2 metre, because you don't need that much. I've lined it 1/2 metre, and again just made up the pattern. Again, very quick and easy to put together. With this one though, what I've done is, you can see it's overlocked here. So I did the outside and the inside, put them wrong sides together, did the cuff, and then sewed that. What I normally do is sandwich everything together and leave a gap in the lining down here and pull it all inside out, or right side out. Hopefully that makes sense. But I found this much easier, and it actually makes the top sit flatter as well. So that was that one. Okay, so we'll do a couple of bits of knitting. So in the last video I spoke about the Aise, I'll put it down here because I know I'm saying that completely wrong, and that is from the Espacetricot, and that was a free pattern. I will put the picture of it there. I finished it at last. It came out really well, really nice to sew, lovely to wear. So that is something that I think I mentioned before. I've been knitting for about a year, and then I have done another scarf / shawl, another free pattern, which I've got here. Now I can't remember how I found out about this, so that's not very helpful, is it? But I think if you Google this, it should come up, and then you can just print it off. Or do it online. It goes through a couple of ways of doing it. If you know how to knit, it will just give you a list of instructions. If you don't, it does give you really handy step-by-step instructions, so that's really good. I did this in a couple of evenings, so it is really quick and easy. If I can do it, anyone can do it. It's chunky, you can kind of see the size there. Garter stitch or knit stitch. I've put massive pom-poms on mine. I don't know why. I might change those because they are a little bit big, but you can put pom-poms on. And then you knit it from the corner, and you basically add your increases a knit stitch with a yarn over, which then, I'm not sure you can see that, there you go, which then creates this sort of lace effect down the side. So you start from here and just keep going out all the way until it's really as big as you want it to be. Really quick and easy. So I've kind of come to the conclusion that although I have made jumpers, quite a few jumpers before, sorry, I'll put a picture of that here, I've kind of come to the conclusion that I'm probably not going to make any more. I've got one more left on my pile of things to attempt, but after that I probably won't do any more, because they either come out too big, they come out too chunky, or they just don't fit and look how I'm expecting them to. So I have come to the conclusion that it's just not going to happen. I need to give up. I will stay making hats and scarves, but otherwise I don't think I'm going to continue with that. You get to a point where you just think, yeah, I need to give up. I think I've made about 10 jumpers and they never work out how I want them to. Obviously I've not made this one, This is like a shop bought, you can tell really, can't you? So that will lead me on to my Christmas present in a bit. So that is that. And I need to talk about my fail. So in the last video, we spoke about this, the relaxed drawstring dress. So turn it around so you can see the line drawings. This is from the Maker's Atelier. So I had bought some inexpensive purple ponte fabric to do this, because you can do it in a woven or a sort of a thick jersey. Now I don't know if it's a pattern, I don't know whether it's the size, I don't know if it's fabric. I did make it up to a 10, which is sort of my body measurements. And I did the cowl neck version, which is this one here. And I don't know if it was the fabric or just the sizing of it, but I put it on and it looked like a monk's habit on me. It was absolutely massive. So I ended up taking about 4 inches in from either side, shortening the sleeves as well, hemming it, doing the elastic to gather it in. I'll put a picture of it here, and it still looked massive. It just made me look like I was wearing a sack. It's probably just the style doesn't suit me. I really don't know what it was, but it was a fail. And it's one of those things, isn't it? You just make it, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I had made it as a wearable toile anyway, so that's fine. But it was a little bit disappointing. So I need to figure out if I'm actually going to make another one or not. Don't know. I will probably take it in at least a couple of sizes if I do decide to make another one, and not do the cowl neck version, and see what happens. But hey ho, never mind. Happens, isn't it? Right, so I've got a list here to make sure I've not forgotten anything. The other thing I have been doing is making some personalised bags for one of my friends to give as presents. One of them has got a little boy on them, so I'm not going to be showing you that one, but this one I think is fine. I don't think the horse will mind. There you go. Make sure you've got that in shot. So my brief was to make a tote bag. So what I've done is use the picture of the horse. I've turned that into, undo the pocket, that would help, wouldn't it? Turn that into a pocket there, and this is lined. I haven't done any pockets inside. And then obviously it's just got the 2 handles. I've made this from denim. I've tried to sort of tie in the colour of the picture into the colour of the bag. And obviously I've done the panels down either side. You can see that. So this, I have made bags and pencil cases and things like that with animals on before using this technique. And you do that if you're not familiar. Now, so I think there's going to be other suppliers of this, but this is the one that I've used. Hopefully you can see that. And what you do is you treat it as normal paper that you can print a picture on. And then what happens is you leave it a couple of minutes. It comes in A4 sheets. You leave it a couple of minutes. Then it says to use steam on the back to lift off the paper. I don't know if it's my iron. I don't know. I found that really quite hard. So all I do is use a water spray on the back of the picture, leave it for maybe 30 seconds, and then just peel it off with your finger, and all the paper comes away, and then that just leaves the fabric part here. And then you run this under a cold tap for a couple of minutes, lay it flat to dry, iron on the back, and then you just treat it as fabric, and it is washable. So it's a really good idea. It's got it here, the picture's got it here for using it in a quilt, but you can use it on anything. The only constraint that you've got is your printer. These come in A4 sheets. They might come in bigger sheets. I bought this a while ago, but if your printer only does A4, then that's what you're going to be constrained by. But I think it's just something a bit different, isn't it? And obviously it makes really nice personalised gift for people. So I thought I'd share that with you. So there's piles of stuff everywhere. Okay, so I think that was everything apart from my Christmas present. So bear with me. Here we go. So this, attach myself to it. There you go. Put that there like that. this is what I asked for Christmas. So this is a loom. Now, these come in different sizes. I had no idea how to do this, so I've been Googling quite a lot, and it's actually really, really easy. So you can see here, this is made of wool roving. So if you do any felting or anything, you'll be very familiar with this. I want to call this seed stitch. I don't think that's right. It has got a specific name, this pattern here, but the rest of it is just plain weaving in different colours. And obviously this is called Raya, which is making tassels, and that's loads of fun to do. So this is not a quick project. It's a little bit like knitting, as in it takes a bit of time, but it's actually really relaxing, and you can do loads of techniques on it. It's really quick and easy to pick up. A lot of people that have been doing the videos on it have just basically used 4 bits of wood with some nails in to attach the warp to, and then you can use anything for your weft basically. So the reason why I wanted to get something like this was, going back to my knitting comment, I've got loads of balls of wool or half balls of wool and stuff that can't really use up to make anything else. So I'm just going to have a lot of playing with this to see what I can come up with, and also use up those leftover pieces of wool. So this, I think I'm going to turn into a cushion cover or a wall hanging or something. And then I've also bought some more wool, which I'm going to try and do a sort of a sea coastal scene and see how that turns out, and that will get turned into a cushion or a wall hanger, something like that. Anyway, but it's quite good because at least you can use it to make something else out of, rather than just doing it and thinking, well, that looks fine, what do we do with it now? So yeah, I'll let you know how I get on with that. I'm trying to think of next week's plans, so I don't have anything hard and fast. Well, I need to make a wash bag, which I'll show you when I've done, and another makeup bag, and then I'm going to make some Mia jeans as well. But apart from that, I don't think I've got anything else in my plans. I had loads of plans going up to Christmas to make loads of Christmas stuff, and it didn't happen. So I'm going to try and probably do a lot of that stuff in January, ready for next Christmas, because it's always the same, isn't it? You have all of these plans and ideas, and I also had a week off, and the time just went, I don't know on what, but it just literally flew by. So because of the COVID situation, Ashley and I will not be able to film together for the foreseeable, so we will probably take it in turns if she sews anything. We'll probably take it in turns throughout January to do some posts. If you do want to receive notifications, please subscribe, please hit the bell, and then you'll get a notification. If you like the videos, please give us a like, because we thumbs up, because we love seeing that, and we also love reading through your comments, and we respond to all of them. So if you'd like to give us some comments, that would be fantastic as well. We are coming up to the new year, so I hope you have a happy new year if you're celebrating it, and also a safe new year, and hopefully next year will be a little bit less crazy than this year, but at the minute in the UK I'm really not sure about that. So stay safe everybody, and we'll see you soon. Bye.